In the heart of darkness, where shadows writhe and the very air seems to whisper secrets of the unknown, I found myself drawn to an enigmatic place that defied all reason. As I stepped onto the path ahead, the atmosphere itself seemed to shiver, and an eerie stillness clung to the surroundings as if the world was holding its breath in anticipation. Each step felt like a hesitant plunge into the abyss, the gravel beneath my feet punctuating the silence with a haunting rhythm. The moon's feeble light struggled to pierce the dense canopy above, casting long, contorted shadows that danced like specters on the edge of my vision. The wind rustled through the leaves, but its ghostly touch carried with it a whisper that felt like a spectral hand brushing against my skin. I pressed forward, drawn inexplicably toward a decrepit structure that loomed like a wraith in the distance. Its windows were like vacant eyes, staring out from the void with a malevolent hunger. Cobwebs adorned the corners, their silken threads like gossamer chains that warned against trespassing. Every creak of the old wooden boards beneath my weight reverberated through the air, as if the very house was groaning with a terrible secret. With each heartbeat, the air grew heavier, as if the weight of the unseen stared down upon me. Goosebumps prickled my skin, and a cold sweat trickled down my spine despite the stifling air. My flashlight's beam quivered as I swung it around, revealing dust-laden portraits of a forgotten family. Their eyes seemed to follow me, as if they were eternally bound to this forsaken place, waiting for an outsider to join their spectral ranks. A chill raced down my spine as a chilling whisper seemed to tease my ears, indistinguishable words that skittered on the edge of comprehension. Panic gnawed at my chest, but curiosity held me in its grip like a vice. My steps took me deeper into the house's belly, and a door groaned ajar, beckoning with a dreadful promise. The room within was cloaked in darkness, save for a single flickering candle that cast grotesque shadows on the walls. The air itself felt charged, laden with a presence that I couldn't see but could sense, like a predator lurking in the depths of the night. Every hair on my body stood on end, a primal instinct screaming at me to flee. And then, a whisper, a distinct, unmistakable whisper, seemed to glide across the room. My heart hammered in my chest as I turned to the source, finding only emptiness. A guttural moan followed, and the candle's flame shivered as if exhaling a mournful breath. Fear surged within me, an electrifying surge that tingled in my fingertips. But it was curiosity, that maddening curiosity, that bound me to this accursed place. With trembling hands, I reached for the candle, and as the flame's light danced across the room, I caught a glimpse, a fleeting, ethereal glimpse, of a figure, wisps of shadow that clung to the edges of my vision. And then, the room went cold, a bone-chilling cold that seeped into my very soul. The candle's flame guttered and died, plunging me into an abyss of darkness. The whispers converged, a cacophony of fragmented voices that spiraled into a maddening crescendo. As the cold tightened its grip, I could almost feel the fingers of the unseen brushing against my skin, an icy touch that carried with it a promise of something far more sinister. In that moment, as fear and fascination waged a battle within me, I knew I stood on the precipice of an abyss, one that held answers as ancient as time itself. With my heart racing, I took one last breath and stepped forward, plunging willingly into the embrace of the unknown, into a darkness where every shadow held a secret, and every whisper was a thread that could lead me to salvation or doom.